standard 8. Today we are going to start from Unit 1, Prose, the nose jewel. What is a nose jewel? A jewel which is being worn on the nose, mainly for the women, to look her more beautiful. Here, the nose jewel makes a very big change in Ramaya and his wife life. So the main two characters are Ramaya and his wife, and the next two more remain characters are the two sparrows, where this happy family has changed into, the situation has made into a tragic because of the main word, the nose jewel. Let's move into the lesson. Before going into the lesson, let's start with the author. The author of our lesson is Chakravarti Rajagopalachari, or also he is called as Rajaji. You know him very well. He is a very well-known person in India. He was born in the place of Parapalli in the district of Krishnagiri. He is an Indian politician. He is an activist. He is a lawyer. He is a writer. He is a historian and also a statesman. Statesman is also called as, like, he is a very experienced and important politician in India. He is also the first Indian born Governor General of India. He is a premier. Premier is more important member of the Madras Presidency. He is the leader of the Indian National Congress, and also he is the governor, one of the governor of West Bengal. He is the Minister for Home Affairs of the Indian Union and also the Chief Minister of Madras State, and also he was the last Governor General of India after the Republic in the year 1950, and he was one of the first citizen to get India's highest civilian award, the Bharat Ratna. Moving into the lesson. So as we know, the main characters are Ramaya and his wife. So he is not a very big man or very rich in nature, but still he takes care of his family, his wife very well, and they are living in a very small hut. Yeah, and they even described about the roof of Ramaya's house. It was like it was a tilted roof. Yeah, and you can see the house how it is. It is tiled. Yeah, these are called as tiled. Okay, they are tiled roof. So here, the everyday routine of Ramaya is, the work of his wife was to scold him all the time. There will be always a quarrel among them. So this has been noticed by the main other two characters, that is our two sparrows. Have you ever seen a bird building its nest, laying eggs, and it's been hatched? Let's see this through a video, how a bird has built its nest and how the bird has laid the eggs and how the eggs hatched and turned into a young ones. How the bird has built its nest and how many days it takes to build a nest. It takes around 16 days to build its own nest. Now next we will see how it is going to lay eggs and how it is going to hatch. has built his own nest, how it has laid eggs, and how the young ones have developed and how they are feeding it. Now, why do I need to show this video is because the main thing is the two sparrows and what changes they made in Ramaya's life. So the birds are more important in this lesson. So the two sparrows here, the same way, they built the nest on a suitable place on Ramaya's roof. Yeah. So the two one is male and another one is female bird. So now the two birds are going to communicate. Let's see when a bird speaks, what are the dialogues they convey among them. Okay, so the dialogue starts from the male bird. It starts, my dear. So the female sparrow replies, what do you want now? Yeah, as a human conveys, as a husband and wife, how they convey, the same way birds do communicate in the same way. So the male bird starts like, my dear. The female bird gives a reply as, what do you want? The next question by the male bird, the male sparrow is, why does the lady always quarrel with her husband? So this bird talks about Ramaya and Ramaya's wife. Why Ramaya's wife is always fighting and quarreling with Mr. Ramaya, because always they have a quarrel and fight at the home. So this is being heard by the bird, and the bird is always listening to what Mrs. Ramaya wife is communicating. Yeah, so the next answer given by the female sparrow is, how am I to know? How do I know? Yeah, why do they quarrel? Why do they fight? How do I know? That is not my business. That is not my work. And why should I bother what they both are talking? So that the male sparrow is giving an answer. You are always self-centered. The meaning of the word self-centered is you are always concerned about yourself. Yeah, a kind of selfishness. Yeah, why do you always think about your own thing, your own work? Why don't you think about others also? Yeah, again, the female bird is giving a reply as, let me see what help you can do for him. Okay, so you are asking me so many questions. Okay, now I'm asking you a question. Now, what you can do as a bird? Now, what you are able to do for that family? You can't do anything. Just mind your own work. If you are able to do, then do any kind of help to Mr. Ramaya. Then, after some time, the male bird, what it decided is, okay, it's waste of time to talking with this female sparrow. So better we go and get some food for my young ones. The eggs have hatched. Now they have got their young ones with them in the nest. So the main bird work is to go and find food for the young ones, the little ones. So the bird, as it was flying towards searching for the food, it saw a muddy hum. Yeah, like they have given a word called a muck heap. Yeah, they've given a word called a muck heap. It's like if you find near the sheds of a cow, you find a heap, a pile of dungs. Yeah, so in that place where you find a pile of dungs, yeah, in that place something was shining there. So the bird noticed and went near the dungs and it went near and it took out. It was like a jewel. So it doesn't know what is it. So it came to his wife, the male sparrow, went near the female sparrow and asked, so what is this? Yeah, see what I have brought today. So after taking the jewel, it came to his wife, the female sparrow, and it started talking to the bird. Look, do you like this? Yeah, the first question is, because it's so shining, so the bird thought like, my wife would love this. So the first question asked by the male sparrow is, do you like this? So the answer given by the female sparrow is, what am I to do with diamond nose jewel? Now only the male sparrow understood like it is a jewel. So the next one is, please don't ask me such questions. Instead, you please bring us some grub for the young ones. Grub is the food. Yeah. So instead of asking me, bringing me something which is not needed, please bring me which is needed for us. So bring some food for my young ones. So again, the bird, without giving any answer back to the bird, it went again, it flew away from the place and it started searching for the food. So now we are coming into Ramaya's family now. So long we were talking about what was the conversation between the male sparrow and the female sparrow. Now we are moving into Ramaya's family. As you know, there's always a quarrel and a fight in the family, but still they are doing their routine work, their daily routine basis of work. So you can see where the sparrow has built their nest. So they have found a good place, yeah, in that roof, and they are just from there they are looking the family what they are doing every day. So as you know, the female bird was not interested on that diamond nose jewel. The male sparrow just threw off from the nest. Yeah, it was having on its beak. You have noticed before the slide. And now the nose jewel which he was taking from the muck heap. Now he just throwed down. So from there it came to the ground of to the floor of Ramaya's house. So as you know, in the village every day they clean because of the things which is around them. It will be very naturalistic where animals, hens, and so many things will be available in the village houses, right? So here too, Mrs. Ramaya also started sweeping the house. As she was sweeping the verandas outside, she found something glittering and shining over there. So she picked what it was. She picked up and she saw it was, and she was so surprised to see it was the diamond nose jewel. Yeah, understanding it is made up of diamond. So quickly she got it in her hands and she went inside of the house, and she was, without asking anyone, she owned on the nose. Okay, you can see taking that, she was wearing it on her nose and she was very happy. Like she doesn't have such a nose guard. Now she was very happy to wear it and she was about to show to her husband Ramaya. So the first question after seeing the nose jewel on Mrs. Ramaya, so she was about to ask how it is, how am I looking. The answer, first question Mr. Ramaya asked her was, from where did you get this diamond stud? Yeah, sure. But Mrs. Ramaya thought like my husband would have admired me, like I'm so looking so beautiful in this. She was about to get the answer in that way, but Mr. Ramaya was little tensed and asking, from where did you get this diamond nose stud? She said, I found it lying here yesterday and took it. That is all I know. Yeah, when I was sweeping, I saw a nose jewel lying down. I just picked it, and it was given to us by someone above. So I was happily wearing it. And how do I look now? But the answer given by Mr. Ramaya is, we should go and hand it over to the magistrate. You know who is a magistrate? He's a judicial officer, also an advocate. Yeah, the head of the panchayat or whoever is there in the village. So he'll be the head there. So I think it is someone would have lost it. So we have to give back this to the magistrate. But women are very fond of jewels. So Mrs. Ramaya was not willing to give the nose jewel to the magistrate. So tomorrow, if the police search our house give it to the head of our village, because it is waste of having with us. It's a very big tension for us, but better we will give it to the magistrate. But again, Mrs. Ramaya was not happy to return back. Again, she is hesitated. She is standing in front of him. What to give the answer? So here the word disgrace means dishonor. Yeah, you're not being respected. So everybody will think like they've stolen it from someone. So better we have to return back. Yeah, the word disgrace means dishonor. Beside Ramaya's house, there is a neighbor called as Meenakshi Ammal. She is Meenakshi Ammal and she has a daughter. And this is a very main character in our lesson, Kupai, who is the maid servant working in Meenakshi Ammal's house, and her husband. Now, why do we want to get into this family is because, you know, the nose jewel actually belongs to this family. The Meenakshi Ammal's daughter, she used to wear the nose jewel, and when she was taking bath, she's keeping it aside. What Kupai, the maid servant, what she did is, as she was cleaning up, the nose jewel came down, so it fall down from the place. So she started sweeping the house. So the nose jewel was also being collected as a garbage, and it was being thrown outside of the house. So from there only the maid sparrow has taken the stud from there, and it was being given to the female sparrow, and then it went to Mrs. Ramaya's house. Yeah, so here the conversation is between Meenakshi Amma and her daughter. They started as, I forgot and left it in the bathroom is the nose jewel. She was very worried about her nose jewel because that was a favorite diamond jewel. So she said, I think when I was taking bath, I left it inside the bathroom, and same way Upai the maid, I think she would have swept it outside the house. She said she must have swept it out. She is very careless and ignorant. Yeah. So the word ignorant is she is not unaware of what is happening around. So she is blaming Upai for her mistake. She is blaming Upai that she has swept everything outside from the house. So listening to all this, the mother consoled. Yeah, the mother's name is Meenakshi Ammal. She consoled her daughter, saying that let us search and find it, and don't tell to your father because he might get angry. So better don't inform him. We ourselves will try to find the nose jewel. But still, Meenakshi Ammal's daughter was not convinced. Again, she was not consoled by the answer given by her mother. So again, she was being quiet in that place. So now we understood who is the real owner of the nose jewel. So now, as Meenakshi Ammal is like a big shot in that village, now they started, the message started moving all around the village, and every houses they came to know like the statue of the diamond nose jewel was missing, and if those are going to find it out, they will be rewarded. The same way here, all the village people in and around, they were searching for the diamond jewel, and even the police also entered into the village finding for this nose jewel. Soon the whole village knew about it. The maid servant Kupai was suspected. In the beginning, Kupai was suspected because only that person is going to clean up the whole house. So she might taken for herself. So the first doubtful given to the maid servant Kupai. Then after so much of inquiry, they understood Kupai was not the main criminal of this stolen nose jewel. Then the police went around the whole village, and they entered into each house and asking for this nose jewel, and even they searched the house. Now think about the feeling of Mrs. Ramaya. The same way Ramaya and Mrs. Ramaya, they both were filled with tension and they don't know how to react and how to tackle the situation. Why? Because the diamond jewel is inside a box, kept inside a table. So they are just eagerly waiting when they come, and they don't know what will be the answer given for them. Answer will be given to the police officers. So they are thinking and they are discussing among themselves. So what is the secret you are whispering? Yeah. So now Mrs. Ramaya was little tensed and she is blabbering and she is telling something, but Mr. Ramaya was not able to listen what she was speaking because she was in full tense and she don't know what to talk and how to tackle the situation. So she's giving the answer. So I have to be little ready to admit the fault which I have done. So now the lost jewel. I think I have to admit. I have to accept the stolen. She's very afraid of the situation, what is happening around. So she was about to tell like I have taken the diamond jewel. So she don't know what reply she's going to give it to the police officer. So the same way after the way she was thinking, meanwhile the police officers started entering into the house. Now they started entering into the house and they started searching the house. Mr. Ramaya and his wife both were in a very panic situation and they don't know how to give any kind of answer, whether it should be uniform or it should be like whether to be silent at that time. So they are quietly standing beside the officers, and luckily what happened is, fortunately, the diamond jewel they are not able to take it. It was there in the same place. They didn't open the box where the diamond jewel was kept inside. So the box was there on the same place, and they said, okay, nothing was found. You are not the thief, and they went outside. So at that time, Mr. Ramaya heart was fluttering in the sky, like as a bird flaps his wings. So he was relieved at that time. He was relaxed, and now Mr. Ramaya is moving to his wife and asking, what are we going to do with this diamond jewel? Are we going to return it back, or we are going to hide it forever? But there is no answer given by his wife, Mrs. Ramaya. So, keeping it in the box, that gave her a severe fever because of that fear. She was not able to go outside. She was not very normal to the people around. So what she did is she's always being in the house. She was not willing to go out and talk to any people. So that gave her a severe fever, and she became ill and she was lying in the house for the entire day. So now again we are going back to the sparrows. Now the two sparrows looking at Mr. Ramaya's family. Now they are having a lot of fun. Why? Because beginning Mr. Ramaya was very quiet and his wife always talking and quarreling with him. Now the family is very quiet. Nobody talks at home. Why? Because as you know, Mrs. Ramaya was really in a very fearful way, and she was very afraid of who's going to come and ask us about this diamond nose ring. Even she was not able to wear it. She was not keep it. She was not able to keep it in any hiding places. So she don't know what to do. But still, that thought every day of thinking of this jewel, it made her more severe and more ill. So now, what was the conversation between the two birds? Let's see. So the male bird starts, look at the fun, my dear. The lady of this house is scared and is down with fear. Now the male bird is enjoying looking at the scene. So every day the woman shouts at the man. Now the house is very quiet and even she fallen sick. So it's very good. Yeah, I'm enjoying. The female bird replies, nice fun indeed. Yeah, I too saw the scenes, what is happening around. So it's a nice fun to see from here. The next dialogue given by the male bird is, again the female bird said, the poor woman is in panic. As I said, Panic is being very fearful of fighting. The fever may be the end of her. I think she will never be able to recover from this fever because the keeping of this nose well inside the box will keep us still more fearful, and it's going to make us severe in our thoughts and in our physical health also. And a good thing too, yeah, she has to be in the bed for a while. Why? Because every day she shouts at her husband. So let her take some rest, yeah, in the bed as a fever or sick person at home. It is all your doing, your brought and throw it here and tempted her. So the female bird blames the main bird, telling that the main cause for this problem is only you. Why? Because you have taken this, you have thrown down, and then you made a attempt to take the jewel, and now you are the only person made this family so tragic. Again, the male bird sarcastically it is smiling at the female bird. Yeah, you too enjoy, but still you are blaming me now. Okay, did I tell her to steal the thing? This is bound to this is bound to happen when humans are greedy. Yeah. So again, the bird gives an answer. Did I tell her to steal the jewel, or did I tell her to pick it up from the hump? But she has taken it, so you can't blame me. And I know most of the human are very greedy, and they want other the things which belongs to others. They are very fond of. Yeah. So that was the answer given by the male bird, and the female bird said, rightly said, we should never be greedy. Yeah, we never be greedy for what belongs to others. Come, let us go now and bring some worms for the young ones. Yeah, so they were discussing about the incident, what happened in Ramaya's life, and after talking among themselves, God gives us a message: don't be greedy and selfish. After giving the message, they just flew away from there, and they were in search of food for their young ones. Now, moving back to Ramaya's family, Ramaya and his wife spent the rest of their life in fear of being caught. Yeah, now they are not so happy as were there in the beginning. Now, because of this diamond nose jewel, they are very restless at home. They are not so peaceful enough. Why? Because the thought of having the nose jewel makes them tensed every day. The diamond nose jewel may still be with them, but the fear of getting caught was everlasting. Yeah, but the nose jewel was there with them, but they cannot wear it, or they are not able to show. They will not be able to show to anyone. Yeah, but just they can keep it aside at any hidden place, but they can't use them, or this is Ramaya cannot wear it because that does not belong to Mrs. Ramaya. Yeah, so she was very fearful day by day. We should not be greedy for the things which belongs to others. So just we'll have a recap of the lesson through a mind map. The first scene of the lesson, the first thing we have discussed here is Ramaya is a simple man lived in a town, and the next two characters are the two sparrows built a nest in Ramaya's roof. Then his wife quarreled with him every day. The main bird dropped a nose stud on the floor, and that made a great change in the family. This is Ramaya found it while sleeping. She ordered with delight. She was very happy. She ordered with delight, and Ramaya warned her to give it back to the magistrate, but she paid no heed to him. She didn't listen to him, and she was keeping the nose jewel with her. Her neighbor, Meenakshi Ammal's daughter, lost her nose jewel. Then we came to know it was actually the owner of the nose jewel was Meenakshi Ammal. Then they had a maid called as Kupai. Because of her unawareness, as her ignorance made the diamond nose jewel to go outside of the house because she swept the house and it went to the muck heap. The police came and searched her hut but could not find it because she was hiding it in a safe place. Then Mrs. Ramaya developed a severe fever, so this thought gave her a severe fever. The couple spent the rest of their life in fear of being caught. Yeah? So that was the last scene what we saw. They have been in a restless mind thought because of having the nose jewel with them. So the last message what we saw is never be greedy for what belongs to others. With this, I end up today's class, our lesson, with the great sayings of Mahatma Gandhi. Earth provides enough to satisfy every man's need, but not every man's greed. Thank you.